This is a quick walk around video from Historic's September 2025 auction, which takes place this weekend at Ascot Racecourse. There's plenty of cars on offer. The first car I just showed you there, the Gulbenkian Rolls-Royce, actually isn't in this auction. It's at their next auction, which takes place at Brooklands, I think in October or November, likely November, you'd have to check online. And it's absolutely stunning in every way. It's just such a beautiful car. There's lots of cars on offer this weekend though, including this rather nice wide body, cosmetic wide body 5.3 Virage. There are a few of my favourite cars in there. There's an Aston Martin Lagonda, a very, very early car, and there is, which has analogue dials and a few other little features you wouldn't see on later cars. There is the Val d'Isère Bentley, the Estate Bentley Turbo R, which is a fantastic looking thing, even with its quite garish interior. There is also plenty of other cars, both classic and modern, even such as an Aventador, which is quite a nice looking thing. Not really my style. A really nice looking Ferrari 308 GTBI, which maybe not everyone's cup of tea for a power level, but looked absolutely immaculate in the engine bay. There is, of course, the 7-litre twin supercharged Lister Le Mans, which is an absolute wildcat of a thing. It's just had a lot of money spent on it, both cosmetically and including an engine rebuild to the tune of £45,000. The guide on that is just over 105 to 120 or around that kind of figure, I think. So a lot of money been invested by the current owner that they're probably not going to recoup. Outside, there's Everyman Classics. There's a lot of no reserve items. And if you're looking at Historic's social media pages, you'll see there's a lot of price reductions this weekend, which is a good sign for anyone who's bidding, and also maybe a good sign for the vendors as well, because actually if they drop their reserves, even just to a lower level, maybe it will encourage more bidding and they might actually achieve a higher price. It's something to keep in mind. This little Ford Escort has a V6 in it, which I thought was quite interesting. I haven't looked at the details, so I can't inform you about it, but it's worth having a look online. There's also an R34 GTR. There is a Citroen DS that's been converted chaperon style, so it's now convertible, which I was quite taken with. That is one of the cars that has had the reserve lowered on it, or the guide changed rather, which I was really taken with that car, and at £30,000 to £40,000 it is much cheaper than any other chaperon convertible style DS I've seen in a long time. You've got an F1 gearbox F355 here. There is absolutely a lot of cars in this auction, which is a really, really nice thing to see. As always, Historics are good at getting a good mix of cars in. They've got a lot of nice things inside, and also a lot of nice things outside. They've also got a Series 1 E-Type with no reserve that's had £142,000 spent on it, which is a brave choice by any vendor. So I'm curious to see what that makes in this sale. It was a really nice sunny day at Historics yesterday when I went to look around, and hopefully they'll have a nice sunny weekend. For me, Ascot Racecourse is a bit miserable, whether it's too hot or too cold, because that building is like a greenhouse and you'll absolutely freeze in the winter and then boil in the summer. So I'm hoping for something temperate for all the people who are bidding in person, and of course for the auction staff who are running around like crazy. What else is there? So many things to remember. I love a Mulsanne. I really would. There was one in the car park as well, and I was looking around that quite interestingly. A little four-wheel Isetta, which is quite a nice thing. Lots of things to bid on. We'll have a look at the results when they come through, see how things are being bid on, see what's making reserve and what's making guide. Hopefully it's a day of good sales for Historics and for their vendors. And also, if you are considering bidding and something doesn't appear to have sold, it is worth ringing them. They will always try and do a deal post-auction. A lot of auctions do an incredible amount of deals post-sale. So it's not the last chance to buy something, even if it hasn't sold under bidding. So it's worth having an ask. They are always willing to negotiate, and you never know, you may steal a bargain. This up here is that no reserve E-Type, which I was quite taken with. You'll have to watch later in the video if you want to see the outside cars. There's also a very nice Maserati Grand Sport MC Victory, which I am very taken with. I would really, really like a Grand Sport, and especially a late car like that is supposed to handle so beautifully. There's always a temptation for me to bid on cars, as you can see. But anyway, have a good day for anyone bidding. Hope you enjoyed.